Welcome back. You're watching Window on Thailand, the Andaman series. Many hotels today are committed to being environmentally friendly while encouraging their guests, the tourists, to support the cause through many fun-filled activities. So more tourists than ever are interested in the nature today. Although more recognized as tropical paradise region, the Andaman Sea is still a great destination for the adventure seeker or eco-tourists. Inland Phuket has plenty of opportunities for treks and other eco-activities. There are key places of natural beauty on the island and other places for people interested in this type of experience. More tourists than ever are interested in nature. They also want to learn more about ecology. All responsible adventure travel companies should offer teaching as a standard part of their eco-tours. Tourism makes a contribution to climate change with the emission of carbon dioxide or CO2 through air travel and ground activities, such as accommodation and ground transport. As such, many resorts and hotels are responsible and committed to respect and contribute to keeping tourism in this region an environmentally sustainable business. From your endeavors, it is clear that you have actually become a solution to all that's happening, protecting the Mother Nature, bringing a lot of international awards to Aleenta Resort. Tell us a bit about the awards won in the past year.
We've received quite a few awards, but the most recent ones that we've received this year were the Bloomberg International Best Awards for, there are 4 of them. So the Best Boutique Hotel Thailand, and then the Best Boutique Hotel Asia Pacific, Best Sustainable Hotel Thailand, and Best Sustainable Hotel Asia Pacific. So 4 awards.
So it's both national and at the regional.
And international and regional. You're right. Yes. And we're going now to compete at the world level. So we've got the Thailand part and the regional part. Now we're competing for the world best in January 2012 in London.
Now, coming into the rooms here, it's very spacious. The design is kind of modern.
Yeah.
And into this natural environment, it's incorporated pretty perfectly well, I should say. Was that the main idea since the beginning, or how did it come about?
Well, I think the main idea came because I personally a claustrophobic kind of person. And and one of the things that I totally believe in coming to a beach resort is that once you get to the hotel, I want people to feel, or actually when they get into their own room, I want them to feel like they've arrived. I don't want them to feel like they have to drop their bags and run out just to see the beach, just to make sure that they have actually got there. And when you're in Aleenta, all of the rooms has got sea view. We're probably about the only hotel in Phang Nga, Phuket, in this area where every single room has got the commanding sea view from everywhere, including your bathroom. So that's why the glass everywhere.
It's just a blessing, you know.
It is. And then you know, most of our guests, like I was telling you before, they never really leave the hotel. Not because it's kind of far to go to Patong from here, but they feel like they've arrived. They don't feel like they need to go somewhere else. And when the rooms is this spacious, you don't feel like you need to get out of the room. So it's kind of hard to get them out of the room to go to eat, and we do a lot of room service.
Yeah, it's easier, I understand. Now, back to the ecotourism concept, or to be environmentally friendly. I mean, you are actually working very hard to make a change to this world. For the travelers, for tourists, I mean, once they hear that you are actually doing something, I mean, how adaptive have they been, and are they actually going along with the hotel's efforts?
We have had a lot of, our guests are very, very supportive of what we do. For example, every year we do an annual fundraising event toward the end of the year, and this year is going to be on the 19th of November. where we raise funds to support our Pure Blue Foundation. It's a foundation that we've set up to consolidate all the environmental work that we're doing, including the sea turtle preservation, the reefs, artificial reefs project, and hopefully in the future it'll include the Stop Plastic campaign, but that's probably in the next year or so. But we're raising the money to support the Pure Blue Foundation work, and at the end of every year, our guests, our in-house guests, and also the local business community and a lot of other hoteliers in Phuket also help us. Last year, we have an anonymous gentleman who doesn't want to be.
So want to take credit.
Yeah, doesn't want to take credit. He owns a house down here and a piece of land down here as a foreign gentleman. He just gave us cash, 250,000 baht cash, just to support the foundation. Some of our guests we did an auction on Small Luxury Hotel of the World's voucher. So this voucher is for 5 nights. You can go anywhere in the world. In one of the 400 hotels members to stand in, and one of our guests actually bid it for quite a lot of money. We auctioned quite a lot of things, and our guests, in-house guests, they really felt like, they felt pretty good that they were able to not only come to stay here, but also be a part of the solution.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Now, for customers or for clients who are more environmentally friendly, I mean, if you look at the Thais or foreigners, Europeans, which group of customers tend to be more, supportive of the concept?
Unfortunately, it's always the foreigner who's a little bit more aware.
Really?
It is a little bit more the foreigner who's a little bit more aware. It's probably because environment is something that is more publicized overseas in the West. Maybe because, but the awareness is still not quite there in Thailand.
I guess authorities or people in the various industries would have to do more then.
We do. We have a lot more work to do in Thailand to get that awareness up, and that's probably the main reason why we set up the Pure Blue Foundation, because we've done all the work as Aleenta for the last 4 or 5 years, and but I didn't want other hotel. I want to involve other hotels in the area, other business communities, other people. I want them to be more involved. I want them to feel like they're part of this. And so we set up the Pure Blue Foundation so that it feels more like a third party. That, when they donate something, it's not donating to Aleenta.
To a particular corporation, organization.
Right. So I was hoping that by setting this Pure Blue Foundation, I could get more people to help us.
So it doesn't have to be guests staying at the hotel. It can be anyone, anybody.
It could be anybody.
All right. So it's a great cause coming up on the 19th of November to help raise money to save the turtles and of course
and the reefs.
And the reefs as well. We'll now take another short break. Don't go away just yet. When Window on Thailand, the Andaman returns, we'll take a look at the tourism outlook. How's the business looking in the next 6 months? We'll find out when the show returns.